Hey, how's it going, guys? Garcia here with another portfolio update. So, in this video, I'll break down the portfolio. If I made any moves on here, we'll go over some Palantir news, memes, and the shoutouts at the end of the video. So, at market closed, we're down. We were down to 102,000, but after hours news for the S&P inclusion, it looks like Palantir didn't get in this time, so it fell a little bit after hours. So we're now down to $101,215.08. So let's take a look from smallest to biggest account. So in this account, we are down 1.5% for the day. We are up 15% for the month. And I think this one was only less than a year old. Yeah. So 9.5% all time. And here we can see today's return. Yeah, it looks like we're down mostly on Palantir today. TSLA, I guess, was kind of flat. And on the covered call, we're up 50% on this. So I'm just going to keep holding it. I'm just going to hold this account, this covered call until we hit like maybe 70, 80%. But if we're getting close to the Tesla, what is it called? The vote, the shareholder vote, I might just close them and just ride with the shares. All right, and the Roth IRA, let's see. Oh, we are down 2% today. For the month, we are up 2%. Year to date, 2.6 and 2.49 all time. So in this account, we could see here, our ENVX covered call is doing pretty good. I might get greedy and wait for 80%, just to kind of maximize the returns on the covered call. The TSLA, we're up 58%. The TNA long call, we're down 9.6%. And on this one, today's return. Yeah, it looks like same here. Palantir had the biggest move down on the account. TSLA, this one we have more shares here, so that's why this one lost a little bit more than the other account. Let's see, total percent change. Yeah, so it looks like on this account, Palantir has the most returns at 19%. All right, so let's go to the big account. The big account today was down 1.87%, and now it's down 1.7% after hours because of the news. So in this account for the month, we are up 13.8%. Year to date, we're up 17.8%. And all time, we're down 6.8%. And this one, thankfully, I closed the cash secured puts on Palantir. I kind of wanted to take risk off the table because having $24 cash secured puts, and if we didn't get into the S&P 500 this time around, I would have been underwater again on those cash secured puts. And thankfully, I closed them at a 30-40% profit. So I might reload on more cash secured puts on Monday. This is the status of the poor man covered call. On the short call, we are total down $38 or 7.2%. On the long call, total return, we're up $153. So you can see here in the total return, you can see how the long call is making up for the short call. So if I wanted to close out the poor man covered call campaign, just like TJ said, like I don't want to put up with the risk, the pressure. I want to focus on Palantir only. Then I could just buy to close the covered call for a loss of $38, but then immediately sell the long call for a profit of $153. So I net that difference. So overall, I'm kind of seeing this strategy play out in real time. I think one thing I'll change for the next covered call is just be a lot more conservative with the strike. Just have it a couple strikes higher. So that way, if there is a violent move up, I can stay ahead of the stock as much as I can. And on this one here, total return, 15 grand on the shares. 24% on that. So this is what I'm thinking of doing Monday morning. So I think Palantir has a really good base at $20.50. I think that's like a very strong support level. And I'll kind of show you guys here. So here, the lowest it ever got was $20.33, but it never breached below 2050 after that. 2050, 2063, 2064. So I think that horizontal line there is going to be a very strong support. So I'm thinking of selling some cash secured puts expiring on June 21st. So Palantir is going to, so these puts are going to go up in value a lot come Monday morning, because a lot of these that are down here, like this one's going to be in the money, this $23 put. But because I know 2050 is going to be a very strong support, I might sell some at either 21 or at 22, because I think Palantir is going to be hovering around that area, you know, because all the fundamentals are still there. There's nothing to be worried about. So I'm thinking of I'm actually thinking of selling them at 21, and I'm going to use all of the margin I have available, because I'm doing this only for the premium, and I'll buy to close them or I'll roll them if they get tested. So if I were to sell 20 of them, I think these are going to be opening like at maybe 20 cents. So I'm thinking of I might get $400, $500 for this, and I'll just keep repeating this process over and over again. So that's what I'm thinking of doing on Monday. All right, so let's go to Twitter, or X. Now, this is kind of an idea that I kind of had after seeing Palantir's AIP post AIP rock concert, which is pretty cool. It was all Palantirians playing and singing, which is pretty awesome. So I kind of had an idea of Palantir vintage band T-shirts. So you know how they currently have some T-shirts where they're like the elements. So you have like hydrogen, oxygen, and they kind of add the Palantir logo and they incorporate it into that. So I would think maybe having band shirts that are incorporating Palantir and Lord of the Rings, vocabulary or words, would be pretty cool. Like this one, instead of the Rolling Stones, the Seeing Stones. Instead of the Strokes, the Stones. And kind of incorporate the Palantir logo here. AC/DC would be AIDC. And here I was saying I'm out of ideas, but circular logos would be perfect to Palantize or Palantirize. Not sure how I would say it. And even though it looks like I did just scribble them, I did actually take the angle and I did measure it out. So I looked at the logo, screenshotted it, and I said, okay, so I'm going to use that as my first line and then kind of quickly draw on top of that. And here I put, did you know the logo can be interpreted in two ways? It could be an orb on a pedestal, like the Palantir of Lord of the Rings, or it could be a human reading a book. And the source is Gary Tan, the one who created it. So he used to work at Palantir. So he's working at, where is this, Y Combinator. So, it's awesome to have people kind of share their experience with Palantir and the management. And here we have the 2030 Palantir Investors Fellowship Conference. It's going to be so lit. And I'm going to pause it because I think the last time I posted a meme with this song, the video got copyrighted. So it looks like this song is copyrighted, but you kind of get the gist of, how excited all the investors would be, on a fellowship. And Chad from Palantir actually said, I want to be that guy. He looks so happy. So, I think, we might actually get some type of, investor conference, kind of like what Tesla does, which that would be incredible. All right. And making fun of GameStop bag holders. Point POV, you bought GameStop at $60 because of a Roaring Kitty live stream. Here, let me play the... Oh my God! And, you know, I make fun of everything under the sun if it's funny, you know, including myself and my own investments. So here is the wife jack meme. Hey, babe, did Palantir get into the basket you were talking about? And my wife actually called it Palantir last night. And I told her it would make it into a meme sometime. And the opportunity presented itself. So I said, you know what? Let's add it. And I think that's it for today. Where are we at? Here you go. So here are the shout outs. You know, thank you all for watching, you know, and supporting the channel. And I might actually add too, I might add the last person who was kind of asking me to show all-time returns. I think it did kind of like a trigger a state of mind for me to, you know, be more transparent for the all-time returns, not just show like daily returns. So thank you, you know, for letting me know, for commenting and providing feedback, you know, because without that feedback, you know, I won't be able to improve. So, you know, thank you guys for watching, supporting the channel, and I'll see you guys on Monday.